It's a path. But there is the many understanding about the spirituality. Everyone understands in a different ways. What is mean by spirituality? Jim?
It's one of those things that you can understand it if nobody asks you what it is. Like time. Everybody knows what time is, but nobody can explain it. But I think it is a willingness or an inclination to look inside for direction and guidance, as opposed to strictly responding to the things which come to us from the world around us materially.
It's the increasing awareness that one is divine.
So Jennifer?
It's the connection, the deep connection to self, and understanding that all is one and all is connected, and that we're all together.
Connecting to our spirit is spirituality. As we all know, we have two things within us. One is physical body and another thing is the soul. If someone talk about him or her means, generally they talk about the physical body. The physical body may have lots of differences from one to one. But apart from that, the soul, what everyone has, it has no form. It has no time frame. So, it is divine. So, connecting to our soul, again, which is connecting to our divine, the real divinity is spirituality. So, the spirituality teach one how to connect yourself to your soul. At first, it seems, it talks about, the divine as the separate thing which is apart from you. But gradually, when you start to love the particular form or a particular object or particular thing, that love what you have on the divine, gradually that love makes you to feel the divine in yourself. So there is many ways to connect with the divine. You can connect with the divine through knowledge, or you can connect with the divine through wisdom. What's the difference between the knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is trying to understand, or understanding of certain things is knowledge. Wisdom is experiencing that thing is wisdom. So generally, we have lots of holy scripts, lots of Puranas, lots of things. So when you start to read about all those things, Vedas, all these things, through this way, it helps to understand the divine. It's a knowledge. All these things will bring knowledge, and through that you can understand the divine. But how many of them can go through with all this? What about the person who is not having the ability of reading. Or again the question is it possible that one can understand the divine by reading about the divine? Because it's a ocean. No one can't measure that. But still, reading the Vedas, reading the holy scripts, it will help. But no one can't finish that reading because it is the ocean. So, this is the way to understand the divine through knowledge. And it is possible also. It depends upon how much the wisdom, how much knowledge you have. When you read the 300-page book, it brings some amount of knowledge. And when you continue that thing, in another book, it may bring more knowledge. So, knowledge is based on our efforts. How much effort you are taking to understand the divine, that much you will get. And there is another way through wisdom, again, which is experiencing. So where to experience the divine? Knowledge means reading, so you can read. By reading that, you can understand, oh, divine is this, divine is that, divine is kind, divine is so great, all this thing. And there is the another way, which is wisdom, which is experiencing. Again, through knowledge also one can gain the wisdom. What you read, when you implement the things, for example, when you read the book about, the path of devotion, what you read is the knowledge. When you follow the thing, that what you have read in the book, in your day-to-day life, the experience, what you will gain out of that, it will take you near to divine. So, knowledge is trying to understand the divine. Wisdom is mingle with divine. It is wisdom. So, the best way, the knowledge is also important. Again, in all this, the best way is wisdom. Mingle into that. Because you cannot understand or you cannot read the whole thing about divine. But you can experience the divine through love. Again, the small thing is enough. You don't need all this book. Again, the 3 little words. What's that?
Om Namo Narayan.
So, just by chanting this, it doesn't matter what time, whenever you want, whenever you have the time. When you keep on chant this, you start to feel the bliss. You start to feel the connection. Knowledge is, you want to know more about divine. But the devotion, with the love, with surrender, what you are doing is, you are trying to mingle with the divine. So the best way to have that connection is, Namasmaranam, chanting the divine name. So when you keep on the chant, in yourself, it will lead, to the path of bliss.